Welcome to my channel. I am here to film my July roundup, all the books that I read this past month. It was a relatively slow month for me, I'm not going to lie. We recently moved into a new house and we moved on the 1st. So for the first few days, I barely picked up a book. I just was moving and then unpacking and then organizing, and by the time I had time to look at a book, I was so tired I just passed out. So the first few days, basically the first 4 days, I'd say, because I was finally able to finish a book I had started on the 5th. So I only physically have one of those books that I read this past month. The rest I have to order, and the rest are actually, almost all of them are from one series, and then there's 3 out of the series that are aside from the series. So the first one is actually the 4th one in a hockey standalone interconnected book, and it was Gloves Off by Stephanie Archer. I love this series. It follows the Vancouver Storm hockey team, and it is so good. I actually own I have the first 2, and then this one. I was trying to get the 3rd one, and they didn't have it at my Barnes & Noble. So I have to order it from Amazon. But yeah, this follows the one of the doctors, Dr. Georgia Green, and Alexei Volkov, who is one of the guys on the team. I think he's is he defense? I don't remember what he is on the team, but he's something on there. I don't recall. What is he? He is the... Yep, she can't remember. Just drawing a blank. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank, but he's one of the guys on the team, and it follows them and their, basically says the only way to receive her inheritance, marry the NHL's grumpiest enforcer, a brutally, she can't speak, brutally, or she can't read really, a brutally handsome jerk and the last man she'd ever fall for in the sexy hockey romance from the author of Behind the Net. So yeah, this one was 5 stars for me. I have to explain my star system. So I am a pretty easy reader. I don't tend to move from genres that I'm really confident with, except for I have come out of my genre with one book series, all of a sudden it's totally different than what I've always followed. I normally do hockey or romantasy, or just romance. That's pretty much what I stick with when I read. But I did venture off, and I do plan to do some prompts this time around for my TBR. So when we do our August video, which we'll be filming after this, I'm going to pick some random things that I never choose from, so that'll be interesting. But as of right now, my star system, it drives my sister crazy. I very rarely give less than 5 stars, because for me, a 5-star book is something that I can't put down, that I am enjoying immensely, and I would read again. And I guess it's really easy to please me with that, because I have yet to find a book that doesn't. I might have to put, I think I have one that was 4.5 stars, maybe 4 stars. And that was only because for 50% of the book, well, maybe 60, 70, it was really, really a rough book for me. When I tell you I had trouble getting there in the end, but once I got to a certain point, I was devouring it. But it was just the main female character was just driving me loony. So that was a really, really, really rough book for me. And that was probably the only one I thought to give less than 5 stars to. And I love the author, she's one of my favorites, but it was really rough, and I was so excited for their book. When I tell you, I was so excited to get to this book, and then when I got there, it it didn't follow the other books, so the format was different. And it was like, she just drove me crazy. Like, I cannot tell you, like, I don't even know what I said when I was reading it, but I know, like, I would get so frustrated with her. And maybe I'll make a video on which book that is. If you want to see that video, let me know in the comments, either down below here or in the comments on wherever I post this, which is probably going to be TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. But yeah, like, let me know if you want to know what book it is, and I can really express my true frustration with this book. I wish I had been vlogging it as I read it, because then at least I could have shared these feelings, and then I probably would have made myself give it a lower score. I don't know. I don't like giving low scores, because I know these authors put so much into these books, and I appreciate them so much, and I enjoy them, but I think it was like, you know, like, you have, like, that annoying relative that just drives you nuts. That's who she was to me in that book. So it was like, I loved everyone else, but she just drove me crazy. So yeah, anyway, off topic completely. Whole other rant. But yeah, so I don't even remember what I was saying at this point. I guess that, yeah, my ratings are kind of weird. So, but anyway, I gave this book 5 stars because it was just a joy, and it was so good, and I loved every second of it. Back where it belongs. It's right here. Okay, so my second book was one that I don't have, so I'm going to put it here on the screen, somewhere in this vicinity. And it was from a series that my sister had introduced me to. She'd introduced me to this author with another series that I did from her. And I kind of read the books out of order for this series. I just read one of them out of order, basically. And that was because I was reading the first series that she did, or the first series I read, and I just jumped to the Third Brothers book because I wanted the Third Brothers book, so I read it. And then I went back and started this series over. I still have 1.5 like novella thing that I have to read, but it's with a character that's not in the rest of it. He's mentioned, but he's not in it, so I didn't feel the need to read it. Plus, she was like, no, just jump into this. So the next one on my list was actually the first official book in the series, and it is the Steel Bones Motorcycle Club series by Kate C. Wells. Nope, I'm having it on this side. Reverse. So yeah, and it was called Charge. And Charge follows this woman, Kayla, who moves in with her son, Jimmy, and she runs into a guy who lives like across the street from her. His name is Charge. He's a part of this this motorcycle club, and he's beautiful, and he kind of just draws her in, and their story was so sweet. I loved it. I swear I devoured this one. I think it took me like 6 hours to finish. I think it took me, I started the 5th, and I finished the 7th, so it took me 2 days to read. It was so great. I didn't want to put it down. I loved their chemistry. I loved the story behind it. I loved meeting all of the rest of the characters and like getting to see like characters from the previous book that I had read and like seeing where they're at, and then also getting to go back to the character that I read first from the series and seeing where he was before his book. But it was so good, and it was a 5-star read for me. I feel like you really have to like force me to give a lower score, because if I can't put it down, if I want to pick it up every day, multiple times a day, like no matter what I'm doing, unless I truly, truly despise a book, I'm going to give it a 5. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just too easy to please. But I'm not, because there's going to be one book that everybody and their brother seems to absolutely love, and I know it's not going to be a 5 for me, because it has taken me probably about a year to finish. But I don't like to DNF unless like I really, really, really want to DNF. but it's very rare for me to DNF a book, because I want to give it the chance that I see everyone else give. And this book is probably one of my best friend's favorite books. And it's hard. It's a heavy topic. Side note, sorry, I keep getting distracted. Oh, focus, Crystal, put your blinders on. Anyway, so yeah, that book was amazing, loved it, 5-star read. Then I went on to the next one, which is not in that series, but it is one in a series that I am reading by Helena Hunting, and it was her newest one, and that was from the Toronto Terror series. If you notice, there's a pattern. I love a good hockey romance. I am a glutton for hockey romance. I mean, look behind me. Like, I've got my S. Massery obsessions. I've got Beautiful Venom, hockey romance. Elle Kennedy, hockey romance. This one, also hockey romance, which was Kelsey Ray, like, pucking around. Emily Rath, hockey romance. And then, of course, the Vancouver Steel hockey romance. Also got Icebreakers down there. So yeah, hockey romance, love it. If it's there, I will read it. But yeah, so this one follows a hockey team, the Toronto Terror, and it is the fourth? How many books in is this one? I think it's the sixth, sorry, it's the 6th book in the series. It says it right there. And this one follows Nate Stiles, who is actually not on the hockey team. His brother is, and then his younger brother's also on a hockey team in the Chase Levitt series world. But it follows Nate and Essie. Essie is best friends with one of the hockey players' soon-to-be wife, and it follows them as they are the maid of honor and the best man for his brother, her best friend. And it follows them, and it's not really a second chance romance, but kind of, sort of. But it's basically, the book overview, the first little thing says, the best man ghosted me 6 years ago after kissing me, and now I have to plan every wedding event under the sun with him. And yeah, so it's kind of basically what it is, and it's them trying to work together, figure out what happened in the past, and make their way to the future. And it was so good. I was so excited for this. I follow her, I subscribed to her newsletter, and I knew it was coming out, but I didn't realize how soon it was coming out, and I was so excited. I got like a little teaser from her in my inbox, and after reading that, I was like counting the days. It was just like the first chapter, and I was hooked. Like, I was hook, line, sinker. I was done for her. I was like, oh yeah, no, beautiful, love it. And it just was so good. Kick your feet, like squeal, like so fun. I loved it. It was just a great read. Definitely recommend reading the whole series. I mean, all these series are just so good. And they're so different. Like, I mean, I went from a motorcycle gang to this, and this was just so good. But yeah, I definitely recommend. That one barely took me any time. I'm pretty sure I finished that. I started that on the 10th. I mean, it did take me time, but here's the thing. None of these books would have taken me as much time had I not had such a busy month. I had to move. My mom had cataract surgery, so I was taking care of her for that. She's also had lots of doctor's appointments because she is, thank goodness, cancer-free, but she did was diagnosed with cancer a couple of years ago. Luckily, she's no more cancer, it's all gone, but we still have all of those doctor's appointments and blood work and all the things to make sure that she stays healthy. So there are lots and lots of appointments, plus we, are doing this whole house. Like, this is a huge house. There's so much decorating. You don't think about when you move, until you move, and then you're like, oh my god, I don't just have to focus on me, I have to focus on everything else. So this month was exhausting. We're finally like finishing things. Like we just got a new counter set up this morning. Someone came in at 8:30. Let me tell you, not fun when you go to bed at like 3. But that's my fault. No one else to blame but me. Yeah, what are you gonna do? The book was too good to put down. Okay, you can't judge me. But yeah, so this month, like I said, would never have taken me 5 days to finish a book. Not normally, not if I really love it. So yeah, it took me a little while to finish, but it was just because I did not have enough time to read. If I had, I probably would have finished a lot more than I did. But yeah, it was amazing. 5 stars, loved it, and super excited for the next one in the series, which I believe is, oh yeah, and what I love is they kind of leave you with, like, obviously the little teaser of what the next one's going to be, and the next one's going to be good. I'm excited. So yeah, so that was that book. That's 3 down. The next one, I am so lucky. I actually subscribe to a Patreon, and in that Patreon, I am able to get e-arcs before they're released. Obviously, arc, whatever. But anyway, I am qualified for it, and I was very, very lucky to get the new Emily Rath Pucking Strong arc, and it was amazing. I had been so looking forward to the pucking around, pucking wild, pucking ever after, pucking sweet. That series is so good. I love it. I ate it up. I have been waiting for Pucking Strong, and when I found out that if you subscribe for a monthly Patreon thing, you can get the arc, I was like, sign me up. I'm here. Please send me the arc. I was waiting, and she surprised us by popping it at like midnight, or it was like 11 in the morning, I want to say. It was, or 11 at night, sorry. It was late at night. I was like already tucked up, about to read, and then I saw it, and I was like, well, I mean, it's here. I've been waiting. I could not put that down. I mean, I tried to stretch it too, and I don't even think I did. Maybe 3 days. I stretched it for 3 days. That's as long as I can make myself read it, like slowly, as slow as I could. It was so good. It follows Teddy and Henrik, Dr. Teddy, and Teddy, I loved him in the teasers that we got in the books previous. Like, there was something about him that I really liked. And the first chapter, like, my heart was sold. I was like, okay, Teddy, you win. I love you. I haven't felt that way since Jake, and I absolutely love Jake. Jake is one of my absolute favorite characters in that series, because he's just like this puppy, and I love him to pieces. But Teddy just holds my heart. He is just so funny, so charismatic. He loves with his whole heart. He cares so much. I squeed, I cried, like, I felt so many emotions throughout this entire roller coaster of a book. It was so good, and I cannot wait to get a physical copy in my hands, because it was just so good. I loved it. I had the best time reading that. I was so sad when it ended, like, so sad. But it was just such a good book. It basically follows him and Henrik, and there's Henrik and him ends up getting, I mean, is that a spoiler? Let me make sure I don't spoil it for you, because that would be heartbreaking to me. So let me see what it tells you in the descriptor. So Pucking Strong, it follows the Jacksonville Rays hockey series. It's a hockey series. And, alright, so the little blurb say, my name is Teddy O'Connor, and I just made a terrible mistake. It's been 6 years since I was an intern for the Jacksonville Rays NHL team. 6 years since I wrapped ice packs on knees and played Mario Kart on chartered planes. And 6 long years since I first met him, Henrik Karlsson, star forward of the Rays and king of my heart. And basically the descriptor, it's book number 4 in that series. And the descriptor is basically, where is it? So basically Henrik gets some really bad news, and Teddy goes with him to fly. Henrik's from Sweden, and so he flies with him to Sweden to go and find his, is this part of the description? I mean, it is. It's in the back of this book. Maybe spoilers, so if you don't want to know anything about this book, skip ahead, okay? And so basically he goes with him to Sweden to retrieve his injured young niece because she loses her mom. She passes. And in order to bring her back, the Swedish government wants him to be in a relationship. So he marries Teddy, and it follows their marriage together and the trials and tribulations of trying to raise a kid and all of the things. And it is so good. Like, oh my God, when I tell you it's so good, it's so good. I can't say enough good things about this book. I loved it. It was so much fun. It was such heartwarming. Just, like, it took me over a day to try and form words of how I felt for this book. Like, when I tell you, I didn't even know how to say words when I finished that book. I did do a review of it, and basically, just like, the meet cute was cute. Loved seeing all the side characters from the previous books back in this one and having their story there. It was just, oh God, it was so good. It was just so good. Yeah, no, I loved it. I just loved it. I don't even know how to explain how much I absolutely loved that book. Let me go back to my list. I'm on my reading journal. So yeah, oh, loved it. Okay. And then after I finished that, I went back into the Steel Bones Motorcycle Club, and I read the next one, which was Nickel's story, which I'll put up here. It's book 2, official, and Nickel's story follows, obviously, Nickel, Cobalt, and he's got a rough man, and then it also follows Story. And Nickel, he has lots of issues, like anger issues. Like, he gets mad and he just beats on people. Like, it's crazy. And it basically follows him, and he's basically been in this girl's life for her whole life. So he's known Story since she was young, and I guess when she's been in love with him since she was 15. But obviously, nothing happens. But, like, she has had the biggest crush on him forever, and after she got older and she tried to see if anything will happen, he is like, no, I'm terrible for you, no. And their story is just so sweet. Like, him having to figure out how to overcome his own issues in order to be with her. It's just so nice, and it was such a good story, and I loved her. And Nickel, he holds a piece of my heart. Again, 5-star read. But it was because I couldn't put it down. I loved it. It was great. So that one, Nickel's story, I don't want to give anything away. That's like my problem. I'm trying so hard not to give too much away. But if you want like more details on books that I've read, I'm happy to chat about it. I love them. I just don't want to give away too much of their story, but I guess I could read you what it says in the book description on Goodreads. That way you have like an idea. I'm terrible at explaining things without giving away things. So I never know what you should say and what you shouldn't say. Okay. So anyway, it says, he can't stop watching. I'm tired of waiting. Which one of us is going to break first? Story. I've been in love with Nickel Cobalt since I was 15. I know what he is, a biker with almost a decade on me and one hell of an anger management problem. But to me, he's the one. Night after night, though I'm dancing up on stage alone, how much longer is he going to just watch from the shadows? And how much longer can my heart stand to wait? And then Nickel. I've turned down Story Jenkins 100 times. She's a happy hippie with eyes like an anime babe and curves for days. She's perfect, but she ain't for me. I can't be trusted with nice things. I wreck 'em. Not by choice. It's how I was made. And now, it's what I am. When old enemies roar back into town, threatening my club and the girl I don't dare claim, I'm in for the fight of my life. My fists are all I got. And I'm afraid that this time, fists aren't going to be enough to stop the past from tearing apart everything I love. So yeah, there is an age difference. It's a standalone, but it's in a series, so standalone interconnected series again from Steel Bones. But it's definitely so good. This series is so amazing. And like I said before, this is one that I wasn't sure about because I've never really been into motorcycle clubs. It's never been my thing. I kind of watched, what was that show? The motorcycle show on FX, with the guy, with the hair, with Jax. Like, I know his name. I just can't think of what it's called right now. But that show, I'm terrible with names. Like, I know it, I see it. Oh my god, what was it called? That's gonna bother me. Oh, bear with. We're gonna Google it because it's gonna annoy the heck out of me. Motorcycle show FX. Sons of Anarchy. That's it. I think I watched like one season of that. And I enjoyed it, but it's just, I don't know. I'm not big. I have trouble with fighting. I have trouble with like war. Like anything like that. So like for me, speaking of war, like the third book in Sarah J. Maas's ACOTAR series was so rough for me. It was amazing, but knowing that that was building up to something like that, it was so hard. So this was a stretch for me. But I've loved it. I loved every second of it, and I'm so excited for the next book. I really wish it were the next book in this series, but it's going to be the next book in the first series of hers that I read. Well, the second series, because I read another one, but this is the first series in this kind of world that I read. Well, they're all kind of interconnected. I don't know. It was the first one with these people. So yeah, Nicole's story, great, love it, 5 stars, definitely recommend, you should read. Then I went to Roosevelt, which was a little novella. It was a 2.5 club book, so it was a really short, quick read, and it follows, Roosevelt is one of their, what do you call him? He's a prospect. So he's not part of the gang, he's like prospecting it, he wants to become part of it. And it follows him, well, before. So this is like before he joins. That's kind of important to know, because I was so thrown. I was like, why are we following these people so outside of it? But this is like how he gets to where he goes. So it follows Theo Mancini, who is Roosevelt. And, oh, what is her name? Oh my goodness. How am I drawing a blank? Oh no, what's her name? No, that's not her name. What's her name? Oh my gosh. Ugh. Carmela. There we go. I was like, oh my gosh, it's drawing a complete blank. Too many books. So this is about Theo. He's younger. She's older. And basically she's 31, he's 22, and she's basically going through something. He's always had a thing for her, but he kind of like, she thinks he's joking, but he's serious, and he just kind of lets her think he's joking because he knows she's not ready for it. And their banter is so good, like, you really love them, and Roosevelt is one of my favorites. I love him. He endeared himself to me in the book previous because he was in Nicole's story, so we got a little teaser of him there, and a little tease of what was going to happen to him here, and then we also get from this book, the book here, Roosevelt, Nicole, and then the one after it, all kind of happen around the same time, which is also something good. Like, each book happens close to each other, so like you're getting more in depth with like the side like stories too, and you get like little teasers for each character and what they're going to go through. But yeah, they're such a cute couple. It is a very quick read. I think I finished it in a day. That one was really easy for me to read and finish. I don't even know. I think it was like a day. It was the 21st. Yeah, I finished it the day I opened it. It was like 133 pages, so I mean, it was like a quick read. But it was really cute. Their story was really sweet. You really saw a lot from her perspective, and it was like outside of the club for a huge chunk of it. So it was such a different, like, kind of story. Like, it wasn't following exactly what was happening with the club, and she wasn't involved in the club at all. So she was like outside. And it was really good. Really good. Loved it. 5 stars. Then I went on to Scrap, which is a full book, and I mean, the pages, like, their books are pretty short anyway. Scrap, I started the 22nd, finished it the next day. Yeah, it took me 1 day to read that. It was so good. I could not put it down, and Scrap follows Scrap, and then it follows see something. My God, Krista. So it's Krista and Scrap. And it's basically Scrap. It says, he did 10 years for me, now he's free. So Scrap went to prison because of something that happened to Krista. And he gave up his freedom for her. And she's like, I never asked him to. Now he's back with some idea about how it's going to be. And he's wrong. Things are different now. I'm not the same girl he knew. After what happened, I'll never be that person again. Not with the baggage I carry and the secrets I keep. Scrap, and then Scrap says, I've waited 10 years to make Krista Holt mine. I came back expecting to claim the girl I fell in love with, but that girl is gone. I hardly recognize the woman in front of me. She thinks I'll give up, walk away, but I'm not that kind of man. She's been mine since the moment I laid eyes on her, and I don't give up what's mine. All I need is time, and she'll see how it is. But when the past rises up and old enemies ride again, we're out of time, and it might not be the ghosts from the past that destroy our future. It might be the secrets between us. Scrap's book, oof, it was hard. It was not the hardest. I'm going to tell you now, there was one that was real rough for me to get through, only because of the crap that the character went through. But this one was hard because Krista really had something terrible. Without giving away what happened, although I'm pretty sure leading up to this, something happened to her. Like, you get, like, told in other books that things happened. You're told that Scrap is in prison for whatever happened to her because he, took vengeance. And then he gets released, and he loves her so much. And it's just so sweet. Their story is really sweet. Yeah, their story is really sweet. 5-star read, amazing. I recommend the series so much. Like, I really do. Like, I am so grateful that my sister introduced me to it because I loved it. So yeah, their story, it's heartwarming and it's hard. And yeah, I needed some water after that. My team Zayden. See? Beautiful team Zayden. And, okay, yeah. So, 5-star read, amazing. Finished it in a day. Then you go to Plum, which is the 4th book in the series. And Plum was another one that I couldn't put down. It basically is people from 2 different worlds. She is a dancer or stripper at their club, the White Van. And she's one of Steel Bones, she's a sweet butt, which is what they call, like, they're the girls who aren't married to anyone, and who's around the club. So she is there, and then she meets Adam Wade. And their meeting is interesting. My hair tie is literally falling out of my hair. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so she meets Adam at the club, and something happens. I don't know if that's part of it. let's see, so 2 different worlds, but in her arms, I'm home. So Plum, life didn't give me a silver spoon, it gave me tetanus. When Adam Wade walks into my club, I know I'm in trouble. His money, I can handle. But sweet words, gentle hands, I don't know what to do with that. Eventually, he's going to wise up and walk away. If I let him in, what'll be left of me when he goes? Then Adam, I'm the adopted son of the man who owns the city. I was born into nothing, and I've earned my seat at the table. But at night, when I can't sleep, I'm haunted by the pieces of myself I've disowned to make it this far. I don't know why Plum caught my eye, but I can't look away. Maybe it's her brave face, her fight, her quirks. I'm obsessed, all in with my eyes screwed shut. Then life throws a harsh light on our choices. I'm forced to face the ugly truth of what she's done to survive and what I'll have to sacrifice to be with her. Plum's a fighter, but would she fight for us? And if I give up everything for her, who will I be? In this, again, he is not part of the motorcycle club. He is an outsider. She's part of them, but she's not in the club, but whatever. I said that already. But yeah, this one was so good. Their story was so good. I wasn't sure about it when I first picked it up. I was like, who's Plum? I don't know this girl. I don't remember her from the books. Although I think they did describe her in Story's book, but Nichols, but I didn't remember her because it's been a little while. But she grew on me quickly. I really loved her. And Adam, so great. They describe him so funny. It was funny because the way that they describe him is like Man of Steel kind of Superman, and I had just seen the movie, so I was like, oh, I know exactly what they're describing. But yeah, so it was so good. Such a good read. It's such an easy read. How long did it take me? I finished it the 25th, and I started it, Plum 23rd. So 2 days. Like I said, it's probably one of the easiest. And that one was great. I loved it. I enjoyed it immensely. Did I forget to put? Oh, I did. I forgot to put the next one on there. Which was the roughest one. I've got to put that on my list. And the next one that I read was the hardest. Oh, and then there's another 4.5. There's like one in between, which I did already read previously. And then it goes to the 5th book, which is 40. 40's book was, it was hard for the fact of his main female character. So like I said, this author, Kate C. Wells, has a few different series. I have read 3 of her series. Her first one that I read was a book called Run, Posey, Run. And in that we meet this character, this female character lead. And I loved her in that book. Like, I got like 1 chapter with her, maybe like 2 little scenes with her. And I was like, I told myself, I was like, I love her. And she's like, don't worry, you get more of her in the Steel Bones series. And I was like, okay, good, sold, love it. And so I knew who she was, and then I'd forgotten completely about it. Like, that's one of the things with me. I'm like it comes in, I think about it, and then I forget all about it. And so I had completely forgotten about her. My camera is going to die. Let me get a backup battery, or let me charge it. Hold on. Back to it. So, we were talking about Nevaeh. Her name is Nevaeh, and the descriptor basically says, secrets tore us apart. Nevaeh's point. I burned my bridges a long time ago and headed for the big city. Life was fast, but I was making it, until I wasn't anymore. I want to do over. Confront my past, starting with the man who swore he loved me and left anyway. The big, bad biker who broke my heart. And then 40. I never got over Nevaeh Ellis. Never could forgive her either. My brothers believe she's disloyal, and there's no making that right. But why is she back, and why is she so angry? The longer she's in town, the more I wonder what really happened back in the day. Is she the bad guy, or was I? There's no time to figure it out. The feud between my club and the Rebel Raiders, and that is the club that, the feud that's been following these last few books, is raging out of control. Trouble is dogging Nevaeh's heels, and if I don't make the right call this time, she's not gone. Or she's not gone, she's dead. And this is a steamy second chance romance. It's the 6th book in the Steel Bones Motorcycle Club series, but it can be read as a standalone. My sister told me this was going to be the hardest book for me because, let me tell you, they are so mean to her. So mean. Like, I had loved some of these characters. By a few chapters in, I was hating one of the characters that ends up being my, like, spoiler alert, the next book that I'm going to talk about is my favorite in the series. And I was so mad at him. Like, his character, oh my god. Like, the next book in the series is Heavy. And Heavy in this book, oh, at one point I was like, I was mad. I was so mad. Like, they were so mean. And she's like, I warned you. I told you it's going to be really hard. They are really rough on her. Like, it is hard to swallow the amount of just hate towards this character. And I loved her. So, like, having these characters dislike her so much. Oh, let me tell you, this book was hard. It was so hard for me to finish. Just because I did not like how they were treating her. I'm trying to think, what is it? It took me... Oh, I didn't write it down. When did I start this book? Let me see. Let me go to 40's book, because I forgot to add it to my, what do you call it? What's the book that it's called? It's a reading log, you know? Yeah. My reading journal, monthly reading log. I forgot to add this. So I started this book. Let me look at my first session. It was the 25th. Actually, it didn't take me long to read it, but it took a lot out of me. I finished it in a day. It took me like 5 hours to read this book. But it was 6.5 hours. Sorry, 6.5 hours. It was so hard. It was so hard. I paused in between. I like had to expel so much anger and frustration. I mean, I can share quickly one of my thoughts while reading this book. Let me go to my book. Here we go, 40. And just like one of my little notes that I wrote. Where is it? Where are you? Oh, yeah, okay. So literally, I'm not going to say it out loud because it's not a nice word. But whatever. I don't care. I just don't know. Basically, I just said, fuck all of you assholes. I was angry. This book made me so mad. But it was so good. Like, I mean, the fact that I felt so much for this character and, like, I loved her so much, it was really hard. But, of course, all things that are hard are worth it in the end. It was 5 stars. Probably, if I had to pick, it would be my second favorite in the series. And it's really hard for me to pick favorites. Like, I'm not going to lie. I don't like picking favorites. Like, picking a favorite child. With the books and characters, it's so hard for me to figure out which ones I love the most. Because there's something in each book that I read that I just love so much. But I think I could definitely say those two, this one and Heavy, are like my top tiers from the series. But yeah, 40, amazing, 5 stars, really rough. Probably read the triggers because I'm sure in all of these, read triggers, okay? It's important. I skip them, but I'm weird. I don't like being spoiled, so, like, obviously, sometimes it backfires. But, yeah, read the triggers, definitely. And then my last official finished book this month, officially done. I'm almost done with the other one, so I'm going to talk about that one too. But it was Heavy by Kate C. Wells. It is the last available in the series, the Steel Bones Motorcycle Club. It is number 6. It is the most, the last one there. And I love, so this is also where it connects to a previous, or another series of hers. So she has another book series, and it is the, which one are you? I'm in this one, but it's not this series. It is, go to Kate C. Wells. It is the Stonecut County series. So she has another series called the Stonecut County series. There are 2 books there. Yeah, they have 2 in that series, and then they have 2 in the Steel Bones Motorcycle Club series. So it's about, like, that series has these brothers, and you meet Kellum in the first book, then you get his brother Cash in the second book. Then we have Wall in the Steel Bones Motorcycle Club book, which I'd already read last month, I think. And he is their oldest brother. He's the 3rd brother. And then there's 4 brothers and a sister. And we're getting the 4th brother's book next, Jesse. But we get his sister, Dina, in Heavy's book. Dina is the female main lead in that one. And Dina is just, I loved her. In Kellum's book, we got to meet her. We got to get her again in Cash's book. And she's great. I loved her character. So I was so excited for this. Completely forgot again. But not as much, because then I was like, oh wait, no, Heavy's book. I'm going to get Dina. I'm so excited. And I was really angry with Heavy in the book before his book. In 40's book, but he redeems himself. It's okay. I love him again. So I came into this and I was like, okay, I love you again, just in time. And this is the descriptor for that one. It says, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Heavy. Dina is off limits. She's my brother Wall's little sister. She's wired different, and despite the malice afterthought, she's innocent. She wants me to help her bury a body. I want to unravel her beautiful brain. I want to let her explore me and watch the light in her eyes when she discovers what she needs and how badly she needs it. I want her. I'm the Steel Bones Motorcycle Club president and CEO of Steel Bones Construction. Around here, I'm the last word and the first in line of fire. I'm Heavy Ruth. I don't get to have what I want. Then Dina, he's ruthless and he knows how to dispose of a body. That's all I'm looking for in a man. I'm not catching feelings. I don't do emotion. My frequency is sensation. So what if he's too much in the most mind-blowing way? So what if I'm curious about him? And I'm not curious about anyone. This is just a conspiracy to commit murder. Not love. I might have said I do, but those are only words, right? And Heavy is the 7th book in the Steel Bones Motorcycle Club series, which features Dinah Wall, a crossover character from the Hitting the Wall. It could be read as a standalone, but for maximum enjoyment, consider reading Hitting the Wall and the other books in the Steel Bones series first. I love her. She is autistic. She's on the spectrum. So she has her thoughts, just like the way her brain works and the way that Kate writes it is so well done. And it's just so interesting to see her point of view and then to get to see Heavy trying to figure out how to function together. And it is just so good. Like, literally, I could not put this down. I had to go do something in the kitchen, and I just, like, was bringing the book with me. I was, like, walking and just doing what I needed to do. Couldn't put it down. I was cooking dinner, and I, like, had it sitting there so that I could read it. Like, I could not put this down. I ate it up. I think it took me 2 days. Maybe 2 days, and that's only because, you know, life got in the way and I had to do other things. What was it? I started it on Heavy. I started... No. Oh, no. I started Heavy on the 26th, and yeah. Okay, I started it when my mom had her surgery. That's why it took me a few days. It took me like 3 days to finish this. But it was so good. It was so good. I think I finished it yesterday, the 29th. Yeah, I finished it yesterday. Last night I finished it, and I loved it. And I was just like, okay, favorite book. Favorite one in the series. Like, I didn't think I could do it, but I did. I loved that book. Heavy and Dina, they're just so good together. It helps me love another character that I've been, like, battling with, and I actually really want her book. But I'm excited to get Jessie to see the next brother and kind of finish up the Wall siblings books. And then hopefully we'll get... I really want Harper Ruth. I want her book. So, yeah, it was so good. 5 stars. infinity stars. Like, I loved this series. I loved that book. It was amazing. So fun. 100% recommend. You should read. And then the last one for this month that I will finish probably tonight, if anything, early tomorrow. And that is, where's my Kindle app? It is Dark Needs at Night's Edge. And it is from the Immortals After Dark series by, oh my god, what's your name? Kresley Cole. That's it, Kresley Cole. I have the first 3. This is another series that my sister introduced me to, and I was iffy. I didn't know. First book I liked. It wasn't my favorite. I enjoyed it a lot. But if I had to pick a favorite, it's the third book, second book. And I'm really liking this one. This might take it, so fourth and then first. I think in that order. But this one is, which one are you in the series overall? You are, well, let's go back to Goodreads. Oh my god. Immortals. Come on. Immortals After. Should I have just looked up Kresley Cole? Okay, here we go. So, I've read 2, 4... This is the 5th one in the series that I read. It is book number 4. They had a little novella that I read. And this one follows, I haven't finished it yet. I'm not too far in. I am too far in. No. I'm like 31% in. So I'll finish it. But this one is, where are you? Okay, it says best-selling author Kresley Cole continues her seductive Immortals After Dark series with his tale of a vampire shunned even by his own kind and a beautiful phantom, bound together by a passion they cannot resist. A raven-haired temptress of the dark, Naomi Laress, a famous ballerina from the past century, becomes a phantom the night she was murdered. Oh, phantom. I keep calling her a ghost, so I think that's the word my sister was saying. I hope that's not a spoiler. If it is, it sucks. Anyway, imbued with, yeah, see that kind of, I mean, I guess it's not a spoiler. It's probably on the back of the book. What's on the back of the book in Amazon? Because, like, I don't want to continue reading it. It's going to spoil something. Hold on. Immortal, wait, what book is this? This is Dark Needs. Sometimes they're too long titles for me, and I forget. Dark Needs at Night's Edge. Which, actually, this cover is really cute. I'm excited for that. I think it comes out when? When does this one come out? When do you get this one? I know I can read it now, but when does the paperback come out? Paperback comes out October 7th. Okay, get it there. It's worth it. So yeah, book 5 of 21. It's a lot of series to read. And I'm like a weirdo. I like to read, like I know there's interconnected standalones. You can read anyway. My sister she hasn't read this series. Or she's read the series, but she hasn't read this book. But I'm like, no, I want to read it. I like to go in order. So yeah. I guess it's not a spoiler because even this descriptor says that she's a phantom of the night she was murdered. Imbued with otherworldly powers but invisible to the living, she haunts her beloved home, scaring away trespassers until she encounters a ruthless immortal even more terrifying than Naomi herself. To prevent him from harming others, vampire warrior Conrad Roth's brothers imprison him in an abandoned manor. But there, a female only he can see, determined to drive him further into madness. Further into madness. That doesn't make sense. Basically, she's there and he's the only one that can see her. And he thinks he's going cuckoo. Or more cuckoo than he already is. The exquisite creature torments him with desire, leaving his body racked with lust and his soul torn as he finds himself coveting her for his own. Yet even if Conrad can win Naomi, evil still surrounds her. Once he returns to the brutality of his past to protect her, will he succumb to the dark needs seething inside him. It's so good right now. I'm loving it. Again, this morning I was like totally locked in. We had someone, I was reading it last night, and I had already started like the first chapter, And then I got another book, and I was like, oh, let me put a pause on this, let me finish these books, and then it kind of went on from there. So I started this, maybe, when was this one started? I'd have to say I started reading this one because it's still in my readings. Actually, officially yesterday. I'd read like a couple pages, but the official first day was yesterday. I read 72 pages last night, like an hour reading. So I've only got 4 hours left of this book. No worries. I will finish it by the first. But I could not put it down. I'm 31% of the way in now, and we are getting some characters that we met in previous books, and also that we met just recently in Bowen's book, which was my favorite book. So we're seeing some of those side characters now, and it's just so good. I'm loving it, and we're getting like backstories for him already, and then also for the brothers and like how they grew up and things like that. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm sure it's going to be a 5-star read for me, obviously, but it really did grasp me, and I'm loving these books. The Immortals After Dark series is so great. Both my sister and I recommend it to everybody. So yeah, so that was my July reading. Like, got through it. This is a very long video. I'm not going to have fun editing it. But yeah, so that was it. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you made it to the end of the video, comment down a heart emoji. Yes, I am this heart, not the other way. I don't even know how to do the other way, but yeah. A heart emoji down in the comments saying that you got here. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm hoping to be able to film these every month, and hopefully next month I'll have even more. I have my TBR video coming up, and I will talk to you about my thoughts for August for sure. But yeah, July was a decent month. Not my best by far. Not even close to my best reading month. But you know, that happens. We go up and down. Things come into, you know, your life, and you have to deal with them. So I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books this month. 11 books. Not bad. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun talking about these. If you want like more in-depth vlogs, let me know. If you want to like watch me read and hear my thoughts on books, I'd be happy to film. It might be interesting. I've never done that before, but hey, I could do it. I need to buy a new charger for my batteries. Hold yourself accountable, Crystal. Remember to order it. That way I'll have some extra batteries and won't need to plug it in. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, comment below. Let me know if you've read any of these. If you're interested in reading them, I will connect my Goodreads in the comments so that you can go to see what books I've read this year. And other than that, I will see you very soon, probably wearing the same outfit, definitely wearing the same outfit, in my August TBR picking video, and then an unboxing. Got like a couple minutes. Alright, love you guys. Thanks so much for coming and enjoying and watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!